Vitamin-rich foods list, iron-rich foods list, potassium-rich foods list, health, 1. Lima beans, 508 mg potassium, 14% DV. Cooked or uncooked, and no matter the type, beans are high in potassium. Some are more rich in potassium than others, and some potassium is lost during the cooking process, but overall this is your best bet if you're looking to get more potassium into your diet. Beans are also a good way to help balance your blood sugar levels, as they're digested slowly by the body and help avoid spikes. They help keep you feeling full for longer periods of time, and are high in fiber, and are often used in weight loss programs for these reasons. There are many extra benefits to eating beans, in addition to their high levels of potassium. Tips for eating more. Beans are a versatile food that makes a great side dish to any meat-based entree. You can also add them to soups and chilies if they aren't listed on the recipe, as they'll often add more texture and flavor to the dish. 2. Brussels sprouts. Serving size, half cup, 0.9 mg of iron, 5% DV, 28 calories. You may have resisted Brussels sprouts as a kid, but they're hard to resist once you learn just how healthy these tasty veggies are. Brussels sprouts are a viable source of antioxidants, vitamins, folate, and fiber. Plus, they're an excellent source of iron, and an obvious choice in helping to prevent fatigue and other symptoms of iron deficiency. 3. Kale, 491 mg potassium, 14% DV. Kale has been the trendiest health food in recent years, and part of the reason why it gets so much press is its level of minerals, including potassium. It even manages to outdo spinach, the leafy green that often gets brought up in a conversation about foods high in potassium. In addition to being high in potassium, kale is also a good source of vitamins A and C, calcium and magnesium, and is even a source of protein. There are many different types of kale, so be sure you try out several types so you know which ones you like best. Curly kale is the most common, with baby kale rising in popularity, and there's even a type called dinosaur kale. Tips for eating more. Kale can be swapped for spinach in most recipes in order to shake things up. You can also make kale chips as a healthier alternative to potato chips. Baby kale makes a great base for a salad. 4. Raisins. Serving size, half cup, packed, 1.6 mg of iron, 9% DV, 247 calories. Like other dried fruits, raisins are nutrient-dense treats that contain large amounts of iron. It's easy to add a handful of these subtly sweet treats to your cereal, yogurt, oatmeal, or salads as part of a balanced diet. To get the most out of your next handful of raisins, combine them with other healthy foods containing vitamin C. This will make it easier for your body to absorb the iron found in raisins. 5. Avocado, 485 mg potassium, 13% DV. Avocado has been surging in popularity lately, with fast food chains adding it to their menu and promoting its health benefits. One feature of avocado that often goes overlooked is just how much potassium it has. Avocados are rather versatile. You can simply scoop them out of their shell and eat them whole, or blend them up in a smoothie. You can cut them in half and use them as a base for other foods. Avocados have a lot more going for them than just potassium. They're a great source of healthy polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fat, as well as fiber. It's good to get these healthy fats daily, and keeping avocado around is an easy habit to get into. Tips for eating more. It's easy to eat more avocado because it lends itself to so many different meals. You can eat it as a side, or incorporate it into the meal itself. Guacamole makes a great anytime snack. 6. Lentils. Serving size, 1 cup, boiled, 6.6 mg of iron, 37% DV, 230 calories. Many vegetarians worry about not getting enough iron or protein in their diets. Lentils can solve both problems, and then some. These colorful legumes are packed with vitamins and nutrients including iron, protein, and essential amino acids. Plus, they're easy to cook and make a great companion to many meals. Lentils are traditionally used in Indian and Middle Eastern dishes, but they can spice up your soups, stews, pastas, and more. 7. Spinach, 466 mg potassium, 13% DV. Spinach is the quintessential healthy food, and it's no surprise that it's also high in potassium. Bananas get a lot of attention for their potassium content, but ounce for ounce spinach bests them in the potassium department. When eating spinach, you'll want to opt for organic, and go out of your way to seek it out. Spinach leaves are very absorbent, and when grown conventionally they'll soak up herbicides and pesticides like a sponge, holding onto them until you eat it and break it down. If you choose one veggie to go organic with, make it spinach. It's a good idea to add spinach to your plate, as it's not just high in potassium but also high in fiber, iron, as well as an assortment of other vitamins and minerals. Tips for eating more: spinach is the default ingredient in a green smoothie, and this is a great way to get more of it, especially if you're not fond of the taste. With all of the fruit in the smoothie, the taste of spinach is at its lowest, and all that remains is its green coloration. 8. Dried peaches. Serving size: 1/4 cup, 1.6 mg of iron, 9% DV, 96 calories. If you're trying to get more iron in your diet, opt for dried fruit as opposed to fresh. Dried fruits pack more nutrients, including iron, per serving. Dried peaches make a great breakfast companion, a delicious addition to salads, and an easy snack throughout your busy day. A serving of dried peaches contains about 9% of your daily recommended iron, without weighing you down with lots of sugar and calories. 9. Salmon, 460 mg potassium, 13% DV. Salmon and other fish are a great source of potassium, and also bring to the table protein, and omega-3s in many cases. You'll want to be picky about the quality of the salmon you are eating, as they're not all created equally. Go with wild-caught Alaskan salmon for the most benefit to your body. Avoid farm-raised salmon, as it contains enough chemicals to ruin any benefit you may have gotten from it. Salmon is a great choice for your regular menu because it isn't just rich in potassium, it contains plenty of protein and is often lauded for its omega-3 content. Tips for eating more: salmon is most often consumed as the main entree of a meal in fillet form. You can try making your own sushi using salmon, as this adds a bit of novelty and isn't as hard as it seems. Try making a salmon avocado sushi roll for plenty of potassium and flavor. 10. Pumpkin seeds. Serving size: 1 ounce, about a handful, 0.9 mg of iron, 5% DV, 126 calories. If you stopped eating pumpkin seeds when you stopped carving pumpkins as a kid, now is the time to start back up again. A handful of pumpkin seeds, or an ounce, contains about 1 mg of iron. That's about 5% of the recommended daily value. Pumpkin seeds provide the most benefit when eaten raw, but they still pack an iron punch when roasted for no more than 15-20 minutes. 11. Banana, 358 mg potassium, 10% DV. Perhaps you thought bananas would rank higher on a list of foods with the most potassium. It's common knowledge that bananas are a good source of potassium, and interesting to see that there are 5 other well-known foods that have more potassium in them than a banana. But that's not to say that bananas are any slouch in the potassium department. One medium-sized banana provides a full 12% of your daily value of potassium. That's a pretty sizable chunk, and as long as you're eating an assortment of fruits and vegetables, you'll easily meet your needs. In addition to the potassium they contain, bananas are also a good source of fiber, vitamin B6, vitamin C, and magnesium. That's a lot for just one fruit, And because they're naturally sweet and tasty, it's not hard to add them to your day. Tips for eating more. Bananas are the ultra-portable fruit that can go anywhere and provide sustenance wherever you are. But if you just want to eat them at home, that's okay too. They go great cut up on oatmeal or blended up in a smoothie. 12. Soybeans. Serving size, 1 cup, boiled, 8.8 milligrams of iron, 49% DV, 298 calories. Soybeans are another superfood that packs protein, unsaturated fat, the good fat, fiber, and minerals such as iron. A single cup of mature, boiled soybeans contains nearly half the recommended amount of iron your body needs daily. Another great thing about soybeans is their versatility. Season these nutritional powerhouses to your liking, or add them to soups or chili for a healthy and delicious meal. 13. Mushrooms, 356 milligrams potassium, 10% DV. This one was a surprise to us, with mushrooms having essentially the same amount of potassium as a banana. Of course, there are different types of mushrooms, and each carries with it its own level of potassium, but in general you can't go wrong with mushrooms if you're looking to increase your potassium. You can try a new type of mushroom every day for a month and still not try them all. Rather than always go with the most popular white mushroom, why not venture out and try some of the other kinds? Shiitake mushrooms are a wonderful mushroom, and provide other health benefits besides potassium. Tips for eating more. Mushrooms can be added to any entree to increase its flavor and potassium content. They're a popular pizza topping, and if you opt for a portobello mushroom, you're getting a potential meat replacement because of its heft and texture. 14. Pinto beans. Serving size, 1 cup, boiled, 3.6 milligrams of iron, 21% DV, 245 calories. Pinto beans contain a splash of color and a spattering of essential vitamins and minerals. Among them is iron, and it comes in no small quantity. Just a cup of boiled pinto beans yields about 21% of the recommended daily value. Pair these colorful legumes with whole wheat rice for a virtually fat-free meal that's as easy on your wallet as it is on your waistline. Or, enjoy them with your favorite veggies to introduce even more iron into your diet. 15. Broccoli, 316 milligrams potassium, 9% DV. What isn't broccoli high in? This superfood makes more lists than any other food besides spinach. It's going to provide you with plenty of protein as well as many other essential building blocks of life. Broccoli is often used as a side dish, but you can also look for recipes that incorporate it into the main dish. Always start with fresh or frozen organic broccoli, and cook until tender. Try not to overcook it, as the broccoli will turn mushy, and you'll end up cooking off its vitamins and minerals. Broccoli is also an excellent source of vitamin C, and a 100 grams serving of broccoli not only provides you with 9% of your daily value of potassium, it also gives you a full day's worth of vitamin C, and then some. Tips for eating more. Some may not like the taste of broccoli, but it's a vegetable that can be cooked in a number of ways to enhance its taste. Try roasting it, which gives it the amazing flavor and softens it up to perfection. 16. Arugula. Serving size, half cup, 0.146 milligrams of iron, 1.8% DV, 3 calories. Dark greens such as arugula have countless health benefits with a tiny calorie count. Vegetarians should consume plenty arugula, particularly for its rich iron content. Adding several servings to your diet each week can greatly improve the health of your red blood cells. The easiest way to enjoy arugula is in a green leafy salad, but you can also enjoy it in soups, as a pizza topping, and sautéed with pasta and other dishes. 17. Beets, 305 milligrams potassium, 8% DV. Beets and beet greens are both rich sources of potassium. Beets are a vegetable that is best consumed during the winter months, as they are harvested just before winter approaches. If we included beet greens on our list, they would rank number 1, but we crafted this list based on foods you'd be most likely to eat. Beet greens are a bit bitter, but if you can work them into a smoothie or as a salad topper, they will provide you with more potassium than anything on this list. The betalains in beets are a bigger reason to eat them than the potassium they contain. This is a specific antioxidant which is found primarily in beets, and provides you with many health benefits. Tips for eating more: never buy pickled beets, as you won't be getting all of the good things that beets provide. Opt for raw beets and roast them in the oven. You'll be amazed at the flavor difference, and you'll be preserving the betalain it contains and getting more potassium too. 18. Whole wheat pasta. Serving size: 1/4 cup dry, 0.4 milligrams of iron, 2% DV, 44 calories. Vegetarians should enjoy whole wheat pasta as part of a healthy balanced diet. Eating pasta is a great way to curb your cravings for carbs while getting essential minerals such as magnesium, calcium, potassium, and iron. While white pasta contains these minerals as well, it can also weigh you down with extra carbs and calories, so choose the much healthier whole wheat pasta options. 19. Cantaloupe, 267 mg potassium, 7% DV. Here's a delicious way to get more potassium. This popular summertime fruit will load you up with potassium, as well as other antioxidants. It's one source of potassium that's a pleasure to eat, thanks to its sweet and succulent taste. Cantaloupe will also give you a big boost of both vitamin A and vitamin C, two antioxidant vitamins that will help your body battle the free radical damage that takes place in the body daily. If you're also looking to lose weight, you'll want to go easy on the amount of cantaloupe you consume per serving, as it is also a bit high in sugar, and this can turn into fat if eaten in high amounts and not burned off throughout the day. Tips for eating more: cantaloupe makes a great addition to a fruit smoothie in the summer. Try mixing it up with other melons like honeydew and watermelon for more variety and an assortment of vitamins and antioxidants. 20. Collard greens. Serving size: 1 cup, 2.2 milligrams of iron, 12% DV, 11 calories. With staggering amounts of calcium, high levels of vitamin A, and several cancer-fighting elements, what's not to love about collard greens? Vegetarians have another reason to love these dark green veggies, because they're also high in both iron and vitamin C. To get the most out of these essential nutrients, use raw collard greens in a salad that's filled with other iron-rich vegetables. The vitamin C in collard greens makes it easy for your body to absorb iron from other sources. 21. Tomatoes, 237 mg potassium, 6% DV. Tomatoes have a lot to offer, and their potassium content just adds to the number of reasons why you should be eating them. It's best to buy organic tomatoes, as these will provide you with all of the benefits, and none of the drawbacks associated with conventionally grown tomatoes. When a food item has so much going for it, you don't want to detract from those nutrients by introducing chemicals and poisons at the same time. The lycopene in tomatoes is what usually makes the news, and is the #1 reason why you'd want to eat more tomatoes. Make sure you cook your tomatoes to unlock the most lycopene possible. Tips for eating more: tomatoes can be added to a salad in raw form. Try cutting them up in different ways to keep it interesting. As a paste, you can use them in soups and chilies. Stewed tomatoes also work well in soups and casseroles. There are plenty of easy ways to add more tomatoes to your cooking. 22. Sesame butter, tahini. Serving size: 1 tablespoon, 0.4 milligrams of iron, 2% DV, 86 calories. Sesame butter, also known as tahini and often associated with hummus, can provide the body with a tremendous amount of iron. If you're already eating plenty of iron-rich fruits and vegetables, tahini can be an excellent addition that will help you reach your daily iron needs. Many people eat tahini as is, but you can also use it to add some flavor to your favorite vegetables or to dress up a salad. 23. Sweet potatoes, 230 mg potassium, 6% DV. Sweet potatoes are a pretty impressive source of potassium, considering all of the other benefits they provide. You can't go wrong by adding them to your regular menu, and you'll find that they're very easy to work with. Sweet potatoes have been used more and more as a stand-in for white potatoes, because overall they have more to offer. But in regards to potassium, both white potatoes and sweet potatoes are a good source. Sweet potatoes are no one-trick pony. In addition to being a good source of potassium, they also rank high in fiber content, and contain beta-carotene, as evidenced by their orange color. Try different types of sweet potatoes to see which ones you like best. Some are sweeter, and others are more savory. Tips for eating more. Sweet potatoes make a good replacement for white potatoes in just about every recipe. They can be baked solo and used as a side dish for many main dishes. They also make a great soup, and when you add butter and maple syrup to them they taste like a dessert. 24. Dried thyme. Serving size, 1 teaspoon, 1.2 mg of iron, 7% DV, 3 calories. With dried thyme at your disposal, cooking and eating your favorite vegetables will never get old. Thyme offers a unique lemon pepper flavor that works well in many dishes. It also offers plenty of essential iron. In fact, dried thyme is one of the most iron-rich herbs you can find. And with so few calories, it makes a healthy, savory addition to your meals. 25. Asparagus, 224 mg potassium, 6% DV. Asparagus is one vegetable that provides plenty of potassium per serving, and also pairs well with other high-potassium foods. For example, you'll often see a side of asparagus spears paired with a salmon fillet. This alone would be a good source of potassium, but consider adding a baked sweet potato to complete the meal and add even more potassium. That meal would provide you with protein from the salmon, carbohydrates from the sweet potato, and potassium throughout. There are plenty of side dishes you can make that include asparagus, and eating fresh, raw asparagus on top of a salad is truly a treat. Tips for eating more. When asparagus is in season, there's no other vegetable that can touch it in regards to natural flavor. Look for it in the spring, and load up on it at this time. You'll find it at a fair price at your local farmer's market since it will be in abundance and freshly harvested. 26. Black beans. Serving size, 1 cup, boiled, 3.6 mg of iron, 20% DV, 277 calories. Beans are good all around, they're easy on your health and your budget. Black beans, in particular, are loaded with fiber, protein, and iron. That means they satisfy hunger while providing an energy boost that lasts for hours. Vegetarians who are concerned about getting enough iron need only add a 1 cup serving of black beans to get about 20% of their daily recommended intake. 27. Cabbage, 196 mg potassium, 5% DV. It's common knowledge that cabbage is a healthy food, but being high in potassium is a little-known aspect of it. It's just one more reason to get more of this cruciferous vegetable. Cruciferous vegetables like cabbage are consistently making the news because of the promising research that shows anti-cancer benefits, as well as other healthy properties. They're also shown as being good for overall heart health, 2 big reasons to get more of them. These include cabbage, broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and more. Cabbage is also a respectable source of fiber, and is often brought up as a food that is helpful with weight loss, as it helps to regulate the digestive system and boost metabolism. Tips for eating more. Cabbage soup is arguably the best way to get more cabbage. There are plenty of healthy cabbage soup recipes available, and you can make a big batch that provides you with a week's worth of nutritious lunches or meal starters. 28. Brown rice. Serving size, 1 cup, 0.8 milligrams of iron, 5% DV, 216 calories. Brown rice is one of the most versatile foods on earth. It's a staple in several cultures' cuisines, and it's widely regarded as an important health food. It's naturally rich in fiber, it helps rid the body of toxins, and its high iron content also helps fight anemia and fatigue. Cook a serving of brown rice along with your favorite beans or veggies for an iron-rich meal that will keep you feeling full for hours. 29. Yogurt, 194 milligrams potassium, 5% DV. Yogurt is one example of a dairy product that contains decent amounts of potassium. While not as good of a source as many fruits and vegetables, it can still be used as part of a healthy diet. It may sound gross, but yogurt is made by introducing bacteria to milk, but these bacteria are helpful to the body and can aid in digestion. Yogurt has been making the news because of the recent and growing awareness of good digestive bacteria and enzymes. Regardless of whether or not it helps with your digestive health, yogurt is still a good source of potassium and other nutrients, and worth eating on a regular basis. 30. Prune juice. Serving size, 1 cup, 3 milligrams of iron, 17% DV, 182 calories. There's a bit of a stigma when it comes to prune juice, but learning about its bounds of health benefits might help make it more appealing. Give it a chance and you might find that prune juice is not only delicious, but it's also a potent source of iron. Its high vitamin C content makes it easier for your body to absorb the iron, so have a glass with your next meal to get the most out of the other iron-rich foods in your diet. 31. Oatmeal. Serving size, half cup, 1.7 milligrams of iron, 8% DV, 154 calories. Iron deficiency can be greatly reduced by adding oatmeal to your diet. Just a half-cup serving is packed with almost 2 milligrams of iron. And with loads of other nutrients, oatmeal is a fantastic health food that everyone should be eating more of. It's an easy and healthy breakfast food, but you can also use oats to make granola, cookies, and other sweet treats that are both delicious and nutritious. 32. Dried apricots. Serving size, half cup, 2 milligrams of iron, 8% DV, 78 calories. Apricots are an excellent source of iron and other nutrients. They can be consumed raw, canned, cooked, and dried, but dried apricots provide your body with the most benefits and the largest amount of iron. When apricots are dried, they lose their high water and sugar contents without losing their highly nutritious qualities. Just a handful of dried apricots can provide you with up to 35% of your daily iron intake. They make for an easy snack throughout the day, or chop them up to serve with other fruits or over a salad. 33. Potatoes. Serving size, 1 medium potato with skin, 3.2 milligrams of iron, 18% DV, 278 calories. Potatoes are one of the most versatile foods out there, and they're also one of the best iron-rich food options for vegetarians. Since potatoes are also packed with vitamin C, it's easier for your body to absorb the iron it needs. Potatoes work equally well as a side dish and a main attraction, so combine them with other iron-rich foods for a healthy meal any time of the day. 34. Tofu. Serving size, half cup, 3.4 milligrams of iron, 19% DV, 88 calories. Though tofu is typically associated with Asian cuisine, this versatile and nutritious food has made its way to dinner tables around the world. And rightfully so, tofu is highly nutritious and rich in iron and other essential minerals. Though most people know about the health benefits, many aren't sure how to prepare tofu, or they're unimpressed with its bland taste. Fortunately, tofu has a wonderful ability to take on the flavors of the sauces and seasonings it's prepared with, so learning to love it is as easy as choosing your favorite ingredients and going from there. 35. Sun-dried tomatoes. Serving size, 1 cup, 4.9 milligrams of iron, 27% DV, 139 calories. Besides their mouth-watering taste, one of the best things about sun-dried tomatoes is their high iron content. 1 cup contains nearly 30% of your recommended daily iron intake. Another great thing is that you can use them in so many ways. Sun-dried tomatoes make a tasty addition to omelets, pasta sauce, pizza, sandwiches, salads, and so much more. They're also high in healthy lycopene, antioxidants, and vitamin C, so add them to your diet for a health boost all around. 36. Strawberries. Serving size, 1 pint, 1.5 milligrams of iron, 9% DV, 114 calories. Eating fresh strawberries is a great way to ramp up your daily iron intake. Not only are strawberries a viable source of iron, a pint constitutes roughly 9% of the daily recommended value, but the high vitamin C content helps your body absorb more of the iron it needs. Strawberries make an excellent side to any breakfast dish. They're great in an afternoon smoothie, and you can also serve them as a sweet after-dinner treat.